Okay, so I've now used my original Apple leather case for my iPhone XS Max for a year now. And I've done some videos, as you have seen before, after 3 months, after 6 months and so on. And now this video is about the case after 12 months, a whole year. And I must say that Apple's original leather cases are awesome to have because they make your phone very original and it feels so good in your hand and so on. And most of all, it protects your phone quite good actually, even from falls when you drop it from above half a meter or so. It's a very good protection for that. And I really love this taupe colored case. The original color was very light, but I did some patinated this case with sandpaper and olive oil because I want it to be more rugged, if you know what I mean, and have its own identity and so on. So this is after 1 year of use and also with some added patina. And some of you have commented on my earlier videos about this case and doesn't like that case and so on because they think I did this so ugly and so. But I think in the real use and in the real world when you see this, it's actually quite nice because it feels so alive, if you know what I mean. Both in your hand and the look of it, it looks so rugged and very used and so on. And I like the cases to look like that. I don't like cases that look brand new all the time because I want them to see and feel. I want them to feel used, if you know what I mean. And I have used this a lot and I use my phones to do videos with and so on. So this phone has been in my tripod quite much, and every time I mount this I get some scratches on the back of the case because the tripod case holder, the phone holder, is very strong. So every time I mount this I get some scratches on the back here. But all in all, this is a very good case and I like Apple's original leather cases. And that's also one way to have your phone last longer, because when you get bored after maybe a year of use, you can just buy a new Apple leather case in another color, for example, and then you feel the phone is more fun to use again. So I like to use Apple leather cases to make the life of the phone a lot longer. Nowadays, when the phones are so good, you can have them for at least 2 years, maybe 3 or 4 years even for some users. And then you can change the case every year, so you can have different colors and different feel of them if you want. But I will probably use this for at least 1 year still, because I love this case and the feel of it. It feels like real leather. It is real leather, but the feel of it is so organic and it feels alive somehow in your hand. And as I said before, I read a lot of books, and when I read books on my phone, I like that it feels like leather when you hold it. So that's also nice. But let's see how good this case has protected my iPhone XS Max now by removing the case. So now I'll remove the case from the iPhone XS Max. Here is the inside of the case. It's like brand new. And here you can see the color of the original taupe colored Apple leather case. And now it's this color because I have added some patina on it. But let's see how good the phone looks. I've just removed it so we can have some dirt and so on still on the phone. But as you can see, the phone is like brand new on the back side. You have some dirt on the sides of the phone, of course, after such long use of the case without removing it. But all in all, the phone looks as brand new on the back side of it. No scratches whatsoever. Dirt on the sides maybe. Looks great. In mint condition. On the front I have a lot of smudges, as you can see, but I have actually some scratches I've talked about before. I don't know really what they came from, but I think actually it was my tripod, my mobile holder, my phone holder for the tripod that did those scratches early on, because when I mounted the phone on the other way, then the holder scratches right over the screen itself. So I think it was my fault that it got some scratches actually. But all in all, I'm so happy with my iPhone XS Max and the original Apple leather case. I have used this phone so much for a whole year now, and I still have 97% of battery life left, and by that I mean the battery condition is 97%. So I'm a bit worried because I want to use this phone for maybe 2 years still, because I have planning to buy a new iPad Pro instead of a new iPhone next year. So I will use the iPad Pro as my main device, my main computer and so on, and use the phone only for connection to my Apple Watch and a few other things. But the iPad Pro I will buy next year will be my main device. So hopefully this phone can last and the battery can last at least 2 years more, I hope. And I don't think that's a problem actually, but I'm a bit worried when I see 97% of condition, battery condition, but that's probably good after 1 year. Okay, so that was my video about the Apple leather case for my iPhone XS Max and also the condition of my iPhone XS Max after 1 year. I really love these products. Okay, bye.